G'day guys, this is my brand new KTM 1290 SuperDuke R. I just wanted to do a quick little video about some of the features you can access using the control system on the dash. Only because when I first picked up this motorcycle, I actually couldn't find anything on YouTube to help me better understand. So hopefully you guys can gain some insight using my video. So let's have a look here. So I'm sitting on the bike. It's completely keyless. That's the first thing you'll notice. So let's go ahead and turn on the bike. It's just this button here with a padlock symbol on it. That's a bit light outside. The sun is directly behind me, so I do apologize for that. But that's what the dash looks like. It's very standard. You've got your the speedometer, gear indicator, time, tachometer, what setting your ABS is. There's two settings. There's super, moto, and road. You've got your fuel gauge and what riding mode you're in. So let's go through the controls for starters. So you've got a pretty standard setup. Pretty much everything you're going to be using is on your left hand because that hand's very busy using the throttle. So that's just your menu and how you're going to navigate around the screen. So if you press right, that'll bring up the menu and you can go through all the different settings like ride mode and the motorcycle settings like heated grips, quick shifter. Here's the ABS mode I was talking about. So the super, moto, and road. You can just go back by using this back button here. And then you've got settings as well for general stuff like custom switches. I'll talk about that in a second. And then you've got the display theme. You can have orange or white. It's normally orange anyway if at night time, but you can actually have it orange like every time. And then you've got the button illumination at night time and the daytime running light and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and get out of that. So that's how you're going to navigate your menu. I've got the cruise control button here. So let's say, for example, we're doing 80 kilometers right now. I'll go ahead and press that to lock my speed in. And you've got this plus sign here, the resistor, and you've actually got a minus on the other side. So actually, that's the set button. So that's how you're going to set it. So after I press that, I'll be pressing that button back there. So that's going to lock in the cruise control and engage it. So then I can let go. And cruise control is really scary at first because I wasn't used to having the motorcycle pretty much drive by itself, you know, to a certain point. But it's pretty safe. As soon as you roll on the throttle or use the brake or pull in the clutch or do anything, it deactivates it. So it's pretty good like that. Okay, and then we'll cancel the cruise control. Sorry, I forgot the word there for a second. And then we've got the indicator left, right, and then you just push it to cancel. This bike does have self-canceling indicators, which is pretty good. So yeah, and you've got the horn there as well. And then we'll make our way to the right side. This is the kill switch. If I turn it off, it'll actually say kill switch is on or off for that matter. And then if you want to turn it on, you just press it once. You don't have to hold it. So like some of the other bikes. There you go, it's on. I'll go ahead and turn that off again. And then that's how you turn the bike off as well, as you can have the emergency indicators here as well in case you need to pull over or something like that. Now these are the custom switches I mentioned earlier. You've got two options. C1 is away from you and C2 is towards you. They're just custom. You can set them to do whatever you want. It's completely up to you. So it's a nice, neat feature. I've got it set up as, so if I pull it towards myself, I've got my riding modes. And then if I push it away from myself, I've got heated grips. So it's really easy to access. And those are the two things that are used quite often. So it makes sense to have them there. Also, this bar up here, the gray bar, that's actually my GPS. I've got it connected to my phone right now via Bluetooth. So another thing about this bike is you actually get GPS. So you don't have to rely on a quad lock and having your phone set up. And how you access that is you have to press the up arrow key to expand the menu so you get more information on your screen. So if you press it once, you'll get the basic info. You press it up again, you'll get the odometer, temperature, and stuff like that. But you have to go back and then you have to actually scroll through all these different settings. Now there's the GPS there. It tells you, it's pretty basic. It works really well, but in the city it can be a bit too basic. So it'll just say, hey, turn left here on this road. You can press up to get more knowledge based on how far you have to go and what time you'll get there. But I still like using my quad lock just in the city because you get more of a bird's eye view of where you're going and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get out of that. Once you're not on the GPS menu, it just says 115 meters. You have to do something. So that's what it'll come up as over there. But apart from that, there's not much I can think of. That's just a quick rundown of using the controls. When I first got this, I actually didn't know how to use the GPS. So I bought this motorcycle, bought the app, because it's not free. You have to actually buy the app And I was like, oh, is that all it does? Like you connect your phone and all it says is you got to do something in this. That's bizarre. And then I actually went through the manual, believe it or not, and then found that you can actually go through this and then select the GPS. There's also heaps of information you can get here, like the PSI for the air pressure for the front and rear tire. It's not coming up now because you actually have to be riding and have the engine on, but you can actually change this, so you can have anything here. You have, I like to have the front and the rear, and then the battery voltage as well, for when I'm making videos like this and it's killing the battery. Another cool thing is you've actually got a USB port hiding over here. It's got a cover on it, so if you just take that off, you've got access to a USB port. Now, if my phone is on 15% battery right now, and I'd be freaking out, but I've got a charging cable under my seat, so I can always just put my phone on my quad lock and just have it charge, which is really cool, because I pretty much bought this for like touring and stuff. But yeah, I took the mirrors off as well. I didn't like how they were looking. I've still got to plug this hole because the plug I got was too skinny for it, but it fit this side, which is fine. But yeah, so I got the bar ends on there now. But yeah, cool. That's pretty much everything about this video, and stay tuned. I'll probably do a more in-depth review of how the ownership process was and what I think about it, because it's still new. I've only owned it for 2 months now, so I'll probably do a more in-depth view and some stuff I learned about how it handles in certain situations and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more. See you later.